Asa no de gua. Oh yeah. Single ladies. Alaya we ha mama de banya.
1 2 1 2. Yo. Warm up ting. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The show starts in about 6 minutes. Share the thing. We have vibes tonight. Hey! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are ready for tonight. We have vibes. Easy the Tyrone. Whole Battle of the Drum crew. Easy to Miss Neil, big up yourself. Early vibes. That's right, we're live. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. We're also live on PGTV with Daya. Yeah, man, the thing is nice tonight, make sure you share this thing. If you call yourself a real friend to your friends, tag them in the vibes, alright? Warm up thing. Alright, before the show starts, I want left on alone, make on the door 2 dug ups, you know what they say? Easy the Tyrone, big up yourself.
Hey, y la clave dónde está.
Yeah, man. Big up to all my folks out there in Ladyville. Miss Neil, big up yourself. Miss Neil, I know you call yourself a good friend. I know you don't share this thing 1,000 times. Thank you very much. Don't be afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know where you're listening from or watching from. I'll definitely shout to out, alright? We'll get this thing started in about 2 minutes. But before we start, I know we could get a few more upstairs, alright? Let's go. This is the first episode. I got to bite up my tongue already. What are you going with me, man? From the first beat, presented to you by Battle of the Drums. And yours truly, DJ Heights. You know how we do it. Easy the Tangier Love. GT Links is in the house. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting to you the first episode. Brought to you in part by Battle of the Drums. The thing we are called from this day forth. From the first beat, alright? I'll leave it at everything when I get tonight. Sunkate, when I get everything and I'll play it, you know. So make we start this show and start play, alright?
Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. And today we're going to kind of like go back in time a little bit and explore a fascinating origin story. You know how some cultural movements can be traced back to like a single pivotal moment?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what we're going to try and do today. Unpacking how this family's concern for their heritage sparked a truly innovative strategy for cultural revitalization.
This is going to be interesting, I think, because it is remarkable how these seemingly small moments sometimes can end up having like a really profound impact.
For sure.
And in this case, it all started with like a mother's deep love for her Garifuna traditions and her son's willingness to really like listen and act on that.
All right, so let's set the scene then.
Okay.
It's October 2006.
All right.
Just a few weeks before Garifuna Settlement Day, on November 19th, a major celebration of Garifuna culture in Belize.
Yes.
Darius Avila is having breakfast with his mother, Olivia Palacio Avila, affectionately known as Maya Olive. But something's different this year.
Okay.
The usual excitement and anticipation surrounding the upcoming festivities are noticeably absent.
So I think what's important for us to understand here is that Garifuna Settlement Day it commemorates the arrival of the Garifuna people to Belize in the early 1800s.
Right.
And it's a celebration of their resilience and like their unique culture and their contributions to like Belizean society as a whole. So for Mav Olive, this dwindling enthusiasm wasn't just about like missing a party or anything like that. It was a sign that her beloved culture was like fading away. You know?
And she was very vocal about those concerns.
Yes, she was.
I read that she even said that she worried their ancestors were turning in their graves.
Wow.
Seeing how their traditions were being neglected.
Yeah, her words were quite powerful, and they really do reflect that deep emotional connection she had to her heritage.
Yeah.
And you know what? She was right to be concerned that that decline in celebrations, it was a symptom of this much broader cultural erosion that had been happening for years.
Right.
The Garifuna language was losing ground.
Yeah.
Traditional rituals were becoming less common, and external factors like discrimination were making it even harder for the community to hold on to their identity.
So it sounds like it was a lot more than just drums and dancing.
It was.
This was about the soul of the Garifuna people.
Exactly.
But thankfully, Darius, remembering that vibrancy of Garifuna culture from his youth, understood what was happening. And he shared his mother's concerns.
Yes.
You know those memories of the bustling November celebrations, the drumming, the dancing, the singing, that overwhelming sense of community pride.
Yes.
It stood in stark contrast to what they were seeing now.
It's sad in a way, right?
It is.
But it's also important to note here that Darius wasn't just passively reminiscing.
Right.
He was a man of action.
Yeah.
And he decided to do something.
Good.
He brought his brother Luke into the fold. You know, Luke was like a seasoned community leader with a lot of experience in Garifuna affairs. Together, they decided to take a strategic, multi-pronged approach to addressing this cultural decline.
Now, from what I understand, both Darius and Luke had been active in their community since they were young.
Yes, they had been.
Leading youth groups and all sorts of other initiatives. So they weren't new to this kind of work.
No.
They understood the challenge and knew how to mobilize people.
And their background was so crucial. They weren't just trying to like save a culture.
Right. Yeah.
They were fighting for their own personal heritage, the memories of their youth, and the legacy that they wanted to pass on to like future generations.
Yeah.
And they knew that to be successful, they needed a comprehensive plan that would address these interconnected aspects of cultural preservation.
So what exactly was their plan?
Well,
I understand they identified 3 key areas to focus on.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
They recognize that language is the foundation of any culture.
Yeah.
So their first pillar was Garifuna language retrieval and preservation.
Okay, great. So the language first?
Yeah.
What about the second?
Well, the second pillar focused on revitalizing traditional drumming, singing, and dancing, the heart and soul of Garifuna expression. And finally, recognizing that culture can't thrive in a vacuum.
Right.
They made community support their third pillar.
Okay.
Aiming to address those like social and economic challenges faced by the Garifuna people.
It sounds like they had a really holistic vision.
They did.
You know, understanding that cultural revitalization requires a lot more than just preserving traditions.
Yeah.
It needs a strong community foundation.
Right.
But how did they plan to fund such an ambitious undertaking?
That's a great question.
Did they just rely on donations?
Well, that's where their ingenuity comes in.
Okay.
They knew that to be truly effective and sustainable, they needed a reliable source of funding.
Yeah, that's true.
So instead of just relying on donations, they came up with this brilliant idea, a self-sustaining annual event that would both generate funds and serve as a flagship initiative for their broader cultural revitalization efforts.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what kind of event did they have in mind?
They envisioned this grand Garifuna drumming competition and show something that would capture the spirit of the culture, attract a wide audience, and celebrate the art of drumming that's so central to Garifuna traditions.
Okay.
They decided to call it the Battle of the Drums.
The Battle of the Drums.
Yeah.
What a fantastic name.
Catchy, isn't it?
It's catchy. It's powerful.
Yeah.
And it really encapsulates that energy and passion that they were pouring into this project.
It's a call to arms, almost.
Yeah, it is.
A rallying cry for the revitalization of Garifuna culture.
But it seems like more than just a catchy name. It was also a strategic choice.
Absolutely. By combining cultural revival with entertainment.
Right.
They were able to tap into a wider audience and create this sustainable source of funding.
Right, because they understood that to really make a difference, they needed to create something that resonated with people beyond just the Garifuna community.
Exactly.
So it wasn't just about preserving the past.
No.
It was about creating a platform for the future.
Yeah.
A stage where Garifuna traditions could be showcased, celebrated, and passed on to younger generations. It's like they were building a bridge between the past and the future, ensuring the survival of their cultural heritage.
A bridge to the future. That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. So it sounds like they had a solid plan and a brilliant idea for funding.
They did.
But I can only imagine that turning that vision into reality wasn't exactly easy.
Yeah, it was.
Launching a major event. It's like the Battle of the Drums.
Yeah.
Especially when enthusiasm for Garifuna traditions was waning.
Right.
Must have come with a unique set of challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
So what were some of the hurdles that Darius and Luke faced in those early days?
You're right. It wasn't a walk in the park.
Right.
One of the biggest challenges they faced was getting the community on board. Right. Remember, at this point, Garifuna traditions weren't exactly thriving.
Right.
There was this kind of sense of apathy, maybe even resignation
Okay.
within the community.
Right.
So Darius and Luke had to convince people that this wasn't just another fleeting event, but a long-term commitment to reviving their culture.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a great idea.
Yes.
But it's quite another to rally an entire community behind it.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're trying to reignite a passion that seems to be fading.
Right.
So how do they go about building that momentum and getting people excited about this vision?
They were very strategic in their approach.
Okay.
They knew that building trust and genuine excitement required grassroots support.
Okay.
So they started by tapping into their existing networks.
Okay.
Remember, they had been active in the community for years, leading youth groups and initiatives.
Right.
They leveraged those personal connections, reaching out to people they knew and respected, explaining their vision, and emphasizing that this was a passion project born out of a genuine concern for their shared heritage.
So it was very personal.
Yeah, very much so.
Appealing to the heart as much as to the head?
Yes. Exactly.
Did that prove effective?
It did.
In winning over people who might have been skeptical at first?
Yeah, people responded to their sincerity and their commitment.
Okay.
But it wasn't just about talking. It was about action.
Yeah.
They organized workshops and community meetings, inviting people to share their ideas, concerns, and hopes for the future of Garifuna culture. They wanted the Battle of the Drums to be a collaborative effort.
Okay.
Something that everyone could feel invested in.
That's smart.
Yeah.
By making it a participatory process.
Right.
They weren't just dictating what should be done.
Yeah.
They were inviting the community to be a part of the solution.
Exactly.
It's like they were saying, this isn't our project.
Yeah.
It's our project.
Exactly. And they were very mindful of incorporating elements of fun and celebration into their outreach efforts. They wanted to remind people of the joy and the vibrancy that Garifuna culture represented. Think music, dancing, food. Those tangible expressions of culture that connect with people on like an emotional level.
So they were tapping into those like visceral experiences, the things that make culture come alive and resonate with people.
Yeah.
It's like they were reigniting those dormant memories and saying, remember this. Yeah. This is what we're fighting for.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a brilliant strategy by appealing to both the head and the heart, combining a clear vision with contagious enthusiasm and a genuine desire to involve the community.
Yeah.
They started to turn the tide.
Right.
People began to see that the Battle of the Drums wasn't just about preserving the past.
Right.
It was about creating a brighter future for Garifuna culture. Yeah. A future where their traditions could thrive and evolve.
Yeah, it sounds like they managed to tap into that deep-seated longing within the community, a desire to reconnect with their roots and reclaim their cultural identity.
Yes.
And once people started to believe in that vision, I imagine that the energy shifted quite dramatically.
It did. What started as this small group of passionate individuals, sparked by a simple breakfast conversation, blossomed into this community-wide movement.
Yeah.
People volunteered their time, donated resources, and spread the word. It became a collective effort, a testament to the power of shared purpose and a love for one's heritage.
And that's what's so inspiring about this story.
It is.
It shows that even when cultural traditions seem to be fading, there's always hope for a revival.
Yes, there is.
All it takes is a spark, a group of dedicated individuals willing to fight for what they believe in, and a strategy that resonates with the community.
You got it.
Into the origins of the Battle of the Drums organization.
Okay.
What are some of the key takeaways you hope our listener walks away with?
I think the biggest takeaway is the power of passion and vision.
Okay.
Darius and Luke's love for their heritage, combined with their strategic thinking
Yeah.
and their commitment to community engagement
Right.
enabled them to create something truly extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that we all have the potential to be catalysts for change,
Right.
even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes all it takes is a simple breakfast conversation to spark a movement.
What a fantastic note to end on.
Yeah.
So to our listener, we hope this deep dive has inspired you to think about the cultural heritage that is important to you.
Yeah.
How can you contribute to its preservation and celebration?
That's a great question.
Remember, it doesn't have to be a grand gesture.
No, it doesn't.
It can be as simple as learning a traditional recipe,
Right.
sharing stories with your family, or supporting local cultural initiatives.
Exactly.
Every effort, no matter how small, adds to the rich tapestry of our shared human experience.
I agree.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the beat alive.
One, two, one, two.
Yeah. See your body now, why did I know?
We have vibes tonight. We have vibes tonight. Good evening, everybody. First episode with Daya from the first beat. Easy the better to see. Big up yourself. Yeah, man, that's how we are doing tonight. You don't think the only punt up around that we can play? We have vibes tonight, I don't tell you already. I got my good friend Darius Avila to come up soon. The man was going to say what's up right quick. But for right now, we have vibes, all right? Let me know where you're listening from. We'll come for party tonight, all right? Nice and easy. This is the part of the show. Loan side to side. Side to side, all right?
Wabi Likia Purumet, you know, probably Waita, Lumanaru, Abu Hilayan, Africa get good. Sagabina Finasaru.
That's right. Like to pick up the sister straight from Chi-Town. Easy there, Christine. Big up yourself, all right?
Lumutina bungi ubaba Peru lumutina bungi ubaba Agenu lumuteli gibunuaye Bungi ubaba Hari habawa waku Wagi ya pisani ko Arufu tabay bebele ni kong
Good night. Good night. Good night, Mr. Vaughan Lopez. We're there. It's all about the vibes right about now. Side to side, side to side. Yo!
me got to get fire, digo, yo di a mi fire. Yo, me got to get fire, digo, yo di a mi fire.
Tight one, city of a boy. Came out here. Culture time, culture side to side, right? Hey, what's going on? Side to side, everybody. Left, right.
Side to side, everybody.
Left, right. Left, right. Everybody, left, right. One, two, what's going on?
Sheldon, the writer song representing for DJ Heights.
Yo, DJ Heights, play that one there. That's what representing. Boom. Now so we do it.
DJ Heights took the 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 yes sir.
Culture time. That's right, you can search high and low. Facebook, YouTube. This is the only place you are listening to there, alright? Battle on the drums from the first beat. This is how we do it, alright?
Hey, na ya, gari na go.
know. Make it a one mighty, I wanna see you I need to get you know. Make it a one mighty, I wanna see you I arika pai samuna guanuma ipadula vere mupunta wagia garinago ei arika pai samuna guanuma ipadula vere mupunta wagia garinago oh vietala oh vietala samuna oh, we at the la. Oh, we at the la, mama. Oh, we at the la. Hey, Karina, go. Oh, Hateya. Aurelio Martinez. Look a little June. Come out here.
I need to have you know. Migira wameti, I wanna see you eat another.
That's right. The show is called From the First Beat. This is what we do. Don't forget to go check out my good friend Eric Maka's brand new album, alright? Baringo on all platforms. No matter what you got, just check it out.
Wagia garina go oh vietala oh vietala samuna go oh vietala oh vietala
Oi ariha bai samuna guanuma ipadala vere mupunta wagia garina go
ariha bai samuna guanuma ipadala
That's right, go check out my good friend Tyrick Maka's brand new album, alright? The album cover is on the screen. If you don't got Spotify, Apple, Deezer, whatever you got, go check out the man. Alright, this track is from Tyrick Maka's off the album Waringo Baringo, alright? The track is entitled Goodbye. Let's go.
Neibuga aguyo, neibuga aguyo, neibuga aguyo, neibuga aguyo.
Easy to select a G, pick up yourself, Richard.
Ayoma, ayoda, ayonito, ayoma.
That's right, big up to all my folks out there in Hopkins. That's right, let's go.
Ayoma, ayoda, ayonito, ayoma, neibuga, bugiyo, neibuga agoyo, neibuga agoyo.
That's right, in just a couple of minutes I'll get my good friend Darius. Me and Darius, I'll chop it up, leave it, right?
Neibuga agoyo, neibuga agoyo, neibuga agoyo, neibuga agoyo. Narita guya buago, mege wa motibo. No magi where you be the again leader the samina. Darago abei, barina huari oro, easy donoro muneba bahama muneba linda fedole, cielo be.
That's right, side to side, side to side. That's right, this is what we do. It's all about battle of the drums from the first beat. If you're just joined the live, welcome to the live. With the vibes, with the vibes, with the vibes. With the vibes, with the vibes, just I leave it more and I link with my ballet, Darius. Where I chop it up, leave it, right? But before that, easy the method, big up yourself. Where they go on? Have a PG links right there. So where they go on, Nip? That's right, big up on my folks from PG. All my Hollywood crew. Tyrone, big up yourself. That's right. I got my good friend, Mr. Darius Avila. The man in the parking lot, the chill. Yeah, we'll put on the man in a second and then we're gone, right? We'll chop it up, leave it, and then we'll come back with some more vibes. Yeah, man. I tell you, this is music, information, everything in a one. That's right. Hold on. Make I find this man here right quick. Easy to teacher, let's pick up yourself. Now me OW links right there, so you know. That's right, let's do this. Mr. Dario, ready? Alright, make we do this, man. Make we get the people informed, you dig? Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to post your comments. Just look out for the responses in the comments. So the convo can actually, go on, and then we can get back to the music, right? Hold on. Down now, Tyrone. Yo, Battle of the Drums. You're in tune to Battle of the Drums from the first beat. This is the way the show name. For 2025, this is what we're going to do once a month, every month. And second guest, because we had our first guest, which was Tyreek Mackers a couple weeks ago. But today, we have no other than the president himself of Battle of the Drums, Mr. Darius Avila. We have him live today on the show. Mr. Darius, how you doing?
Hey, big up Heights all as well, man. Right here, Piney Punta Gorda.
Why? You live the life, Bridget. You live the life.
Well, it's nice to be in this part, man.
I wish I'm in there. Out here cool. I ready for going home, brother.
I hear what it is.
Anyways, we're here discussing, like I said, the name of the show is The Battle of the Drums from the First Beat, and spreading some information, right? So, me and Mr. Darius are going to be going through a couple of questions from the first beat, when and how the Battle of the Drums came through. Mr. Darius, this is a huge event. A lot of people don't understand the complexity that goes behind the planning of the Battle of the Drum. Would you be so kind to enlighten some of us, some of the things that the Battle of the Drums Secretarian, yourself, have to go through so that this grand event can come through for everybody?
Right. So, again, thanks, Heights. This is our first episode of the Battle of the Drums from the First Beat. So, in this episode, as you have heard from the podcast, we are focusing on the first beat, actually, which was back in 2006. So as the podcast has said, take yourself back to October 2006. It was then that the vision came about for this event. And of course, by extension, the wider Battle of the Drums, Garifuna Cultural Retrieval and Preservation Initiative. So October 2006, we're heading into the 19th of November. And we note, as we have mentioned earlier, that things are dire in Punta Gorda town. The Garifuna culture is not vibrant as it used to be when I was growing up. And so a few of us have been talking, and of course, the catalyst was my mom, Olivia Palazzo Avila. And so now we're moving into having this event that we have termed the Battle of the Drums. So again, 2006, we identified that we will have it on the 17th of November, 2006. It was a Friday, and it was just after the traditional torchlight parade. So leading up to the planning for this event, we had to be thinking through, well, what will the structure of the show be? Who would be the judges? Where would we hold it? How would the venue be set up? Would we have standing space only, or would we have seating arrangements? Would we have a bar? So all of that, we were toying with in terms of setting up things for the event. At the end of it, the only place that we could have used at that time was the Punta Gorda Civic Center. So again, on Main Street, Punta Gorda Civic Center, it started immediately after the torchlight parade. So it started like about around 8 o'clock that night. We had 3 groups that had registered for the event. Our judges were Peter Eden Martinez, Mr. Clive Lino, and Dr. Carmen Jane Lopez. And our tabulators were Marsha Suazo and Aline Norales. Our MC was Luke Palacio. So that was the setting for the first event back on November the 17th, 2006 at the Civic Center in PG.
Nice. That is amazing. Like, there's a lot of planning that goes into this stuff. When it comes to like determining the groups who will be taking part. What's the take us through that little process of how do we get the groups?
Right. So again, the first one, as we are talking about, was the only groups from PG. And at that time, we had a few established drumming groups. So we did not want for the established drumming groups to take over the show, so to speak, to come in and just be winning all the prizes. So we accepted 3 groups into the competition. All the groups had to have come from PG, because again, this was the first time, right? We were not yet thinking national or even international. Each group had to have 5 members, and they would drum 5 different styles of Garifuna drumming, namely punta, paranda, hugo, chumba, and wanaragua. That time, the drummers were required to sit while the other members of the group would be standing behind them. Our thinking at that time was that this should be a party, right? So the drummers would be drumming and singing the favorite songs while people would be really enjoying. But in brainstorming whether we should have chairs in the venue or not, I remember clearly when Luke said, you know what, this will attract older people and they will not be able to stand for any long duration of time. So let's get some chairs specifically for older audience who definitely will come to an event like this. And wow, we got 50 chairs initially. And then as the crowd started to pour into the Civic Center, we realized that everybody wanted to sit. And so we hurriedly had to get another 50 chairs to make it 100 chairs in the Civic Center. And from there, everybody was standing, but it was like packed to capacity, that first event back in 2006 at the Civic Center.
Very nice, very nice. So this is early stages of Battle of the Drums, and I can only tell that money me maga. Those are a lot of finances, right? So how did you guys come about determining the prizes for the Battle of the Drums?
So as we are thinking things through, we realized that, you know, expenses will quickly rack up because, you know, we have to think about decorations, we have to think about prizes, rental of chairs. The venue was free. The town council gave that to us free. But our budget came up to somewhere around like $1,500 overall at that time. I circled to my friend. So we decided, let's try to get some sponsors. So at this time, we had, my family and I had started their Sweets like 1 year before in 2005. And so automatically their Sweets became a sponsor. I circled to my friend Will Mejia, who willingly agreed that he would meet the prize for the first place, which was $250. Imagine back then, first place was $250. Now it is over $2,500. And also my good friend at the time, Carl Barona, used to own the Emery restaurant, the famous Emery restaurant in PG. And he agreed as well to give the second prize, which at that time was $150. And third prize was $100 that was given by Bear Sweets. So that was how we managed the budget to meet the expenses. Of course, I think we charged maybe about $1 or $2, something like that. I can't quite remember what we charged at the door to allow people to enter. From the door, we made something like about around $1,200. And so from the door, and as well as the cash from our sponsors, we were able to cover the expenses. So we basically, we did a little bit better than break even. I remember we made like about $500 profit. And that $500 we donated to the National Garifuna Council Penny Branch to help with expenses for the 19th of November.
Very nice, very nice. $500, man, a lot of money back in like 1975.
back then, 2006.
amazing information. And before we go any further, I'd like to say to thank all the people that support the Battle of the Drums. It's a worthy cause for the preservation of culture. It's amazing. I mean, this is my second year that I attended, and every time I go, it's like, whoa, what? I mean, it's an experience, and the only way you could get it that if you come to Penny, come, check this thing out, right?
Absolutely.
Moving on. So we go into the evaluation of the event. How do we come about evaluating the event itself?
Right. So so we were blown away by the response we got from this first event. We had no clue that it would have attracted such a large audience. At the end of the day, we had maybe like about around 300 people in the place. we were expecting maybe just about around 100. So we realized that we're onto something here, right? So recall that at that time we wanted to help to beef up, if you will, the November celebrations. But likewise, we were very concerned that the culture was slowly dying in Punta Gorda town. So I recall that apart from the persons who we had asked to judge and to MC, we also had other individuals that we had discussed with, in terms of making the plan. So my good friend, Mr. Harris Lucas, was a big part of that. My deceased brother, Martin Paulino, was also a big part of it. And as well, Mr. Eric Navi Lopez was also a big part of our initial discussions. So along with those guys, Luke, and as well, our main judge, who was that time Dr. Carmen Lopez, we decided that after the event, we needed to evaluate to see, what we have as this product, how we can better it, and what should be the other activities that would be related to this initiative. So we held a meeting after the 19th of November, again, to evaluate the Battle of the Drums 2006. And it was during that we realized, the recommendation came, you know what? We need to take this event national. So next year, 2007, we will invite groups from across Belize. And likewise, we recognize that in doing a competition, we do not want to only be having an event one time for the year. So we started to identify that let us look at what are the needs of our culture in PG Town, and then put in place programs as it relates to how we will approach those needs. So that was part of the evaluation as well.
You did mention programs. Would you like to just spit out a couple of the names of the programs that are available as part of the whole Battle of the Drums and what they bring to the table for the culture, please?
Yes. So, well, we're at 20 years now. And over the years, we put together different programs and activities, almost like if we have been putting together activities and programs every year, we added a new one. So our initial thinking during our first retreat in 2007 is that we needed a structured approach to what we saw as the deterioration of the culture, right? So what would be our response? So we wanted to be strategic, we wanted to be structured. So we identified 3 main pillars or programs. 1, Garifuna language retrieval program. 2, Garifuna drum and sing and dance program. And 3, Garifuna community support program. Under those 3 programs, we started to build different activities to be aligned to those programs. So, for example, Garifuna language retrieval, we started out by having a primary school's Garifuna translation contest. Likewise, we held after school classes every Saturday in PG Town to teach the language. Later, we started a program at St. Peter Claver School that we call Garifuna Language and Schools Program at St. Peter Claver School in Punta Gorda Town and also in Barranco. So all of those were part of the Garifuna Language Retrieval program. In terms of the Garifuna Drum and Sing and Dance program, again, we had the after-school classes every Saturday in PG to teach drumming. And I recall that in the early years, in 2007, 2008, 2009, for example, we had a lot of young guys who are now in their maybe early 20s who came through that system of drum training. We did not only teach them how to drum, but we also taught them how to care for the drums and also how to build drums. So all of that, were part of our drumming, singing, dance program. Eventually, we also started a high school's Battle of the Drums. That was part of the drumming, singing, dance program likewise. And you may have heard that recently we started a primary school's Battle of the Drums. So all of that under that program. In terms of our community, Garifuna Community Support Program, we have supported a lot of different organizations over the years, including back then there was a young group by the name of Libanya Chango. That was a group led by nurse Hazel Cayetano. We supported that group. We have always supported the Paine Garifuna Choir. Likewise, of recent, there is the George's Drumming Group that we have supported. And every year since we started, we have supported the Paine, the National Garifuna Council Paine branch, particularly to help them to organize and finance the Yurume and as well the Garifuna Mass held on the 19th day of November each year. So those are some of the things that we have been doing over the years, but we have a whole list of activities that we started and we maintain over the years as well, which we will be sharing with our audience.
Very nice, lovely, lovely. So now the event is set, the venue is set, it happened, and going to make a whole $500 profit. Leads me to ask, did the event at that time meet the expectations of Battle of the Drums, and what was the general public reaction?
All right, yeah, very good question. So the event definitely met our expectation. Now, bear in mind that in 2006, there was not an organization by the name of the Battle of the Drums. There was a competition that we started, but it was made up, who led this initiative were an ad hoc group of people. So in 2006, we were not called the Battle of the Drums, and we did not have a Battle of the Drums secretariat. That came afterwards, which we will discuss in subsequent episodes, right? But that first event met our expectations, so much so that we said, wow, we need to take this event national. So we will invite groups from Dangriga, St. Bite, Georgetown, Hopkins, Belize City, everywhere where Garina go live, we invited groups to come as of 2007. And because in 2007, because we are going national, it became much more costly than $1,500. Right? Because the reality is that for all of these years, when we bring groups to Paine Punta Gorda for the Battle of the Drums, we pay all their expenses. So we bring them. So the transportation, we cover the cost of the transportation. We cover their hotels. We put them up in hotels, so they stay in hotels. We cover the cost for that. We cover the cost for their meals. And all the related costs there, and as well we cover the cost of prizes, which balloon from first place being $250 to now being over $2,500, second place being $1,800, third place being $1,200. So pretty much the drummers come to a cultural experience which they enjoy, but all expenses are paid. They do not have to raise or pay any expense while they're in Punta Gorda.
Very nice. Excellent. So we did a little of the past, and so that you guys can understand where Battle of the Drums came from. Can you explain the next steps when it came to determining holding meetings for the next steps, or how did it become a non-profit organization along those lines? Like, how did that come around?
Yeah, so I will cover those in depth in subsequent episodes, but I'll just say for now, we recognize that all the individuals who were a part of the initial organizing of the Battle of the Drums were community-minded persons, right? We all wanted to see better for our culture and as well for our community. And we thought that the best way to do that is to organize as a not-for-profit organization, which we did. So, like I said, in subsequent episodes, we will talk about how it evolved from an ad hoc group of people to a not-for-profit entity with structured programs, and how that build-up happened, both in terms of the evolution of the competition and the evolution of the organization.
Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. There you have it, people. Mr. Darius Avila, the president of the now Battle of the Drums. Before we leave, Mr. Darius, and we got turn up, is there anybody you need to shout out right now? The floor is yours, brethren.
All right, good. So I want to definitely give my sincere shout out to members of our secretariat. You know, we are many. Again, over the next few episodes, we will bring them in so that the people, our audience, can see them and know who they are. I am only the face, but I have a lot of well-rounded, committed individuals behind me who make this happen every year. Not only the event, Battle of the Drum, but also run all our programs. So definitely shout out to our members of the Battle of the Drum Secretariat. Likewise, we have our audience, I know, from abroad, who have over the years came out to support the Battle of the Drum because they understand what we're doing, and they want to support, and they have been supporting our initiative. So shout out to everybody who have, even if it was only $1 or 50 cents, you know, $5, whatever it was, or just a smile or a pat on the back to say, good job, guys, keep on doing what you're doing. We are very much appreciative of all that support. So shout out to all our folks at home and abroad who have been very, very supportive.
There you have it. There you have it. Battle of the Drums from the first beat. This is the first episode that we are airing here and giving you all the information. By the time we are through, you will know everything there needs to be known about Battle of the Drums. And we'll definitely hope we see you guys down in Penny Punta Gorda this November. And make we turn up, because I wanted there. Mr. Dari wanted there.
The 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary. No, I know I want to call to me and say hi if it may all right or not. We don't need for the day, all right? Mr. Darius, thank you very much for coming through. Well, the only thing left to make we do that turn up.
Thank you, Heights.
Yeah, no worries. That guy was gone, brethren. Big up yourself.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check out the flyer, the 28th anniversary of Battle of the Drums, November 14th, 15th, and 16th, 2025. This year, don't miss it, because if you do, you'll miss out. All right, we can't go ahead if we don't know we pass. We can't go our future, all right? So for now, make we visit with past. Make we visit with past. Make we see where we come from. Let's go. Yeah, that's right. Vulture time! That's right, that's right. I'd like to take the time out right about now to wish a very special person a happy birthday. Miss Joan Avila celebrating her 18th birthday. You're 18, right, Miss Joan? Like I start best from Miss Joan, happy birthday. Comes from Tyrone and the whole crowd, all right? And we can't just wish you happy birthday. We have to do it like this, right? That's right, Miss Joan Avila, happy birthday, all right? I'm telling them we're going back. We're going back, all right?
I remember back in high school, I met this girl, sweet and sexy. But back then it was only puppy love.
Who remember the first puppy love crush?
Puppy love, I said puppy love. Puppy love, I said puppy love.
Who remember?
Puppy love, I said puppy love. Back then it was only puppy love.
Thank you very much, Miss Enriquez. Just the vibes, you know.
Were you that cute kid? I said I was that cute kid. Back then it was only puppy love.
Talk to me, people. Where do they listen from?
Puppy love, I said puppy love.
I know I got Lady Villy at the house.
Puppy love.
I got Hopkins, I got Georgetown, I got OW. Where me paying the people in there? Where me paying the people in there? Tyrone, no paying the people in the chat or what? We're not afraid to say hello. Gutierrez, big up yourself. All the way from beautiful, beautiful Penny Punta Gorda. It's all about battle the drums on the first beat. What we are do? That's right. Before it get too late, we are turn up now, you know. We don't want to waste no more time. We want to turn up Tyrone. You ready? Now time for me to get up. I don't want to see nobody just sit down on the dance, you know. I don't want to see nobody just sit down on the dance, you know. And we are turn up now, all right? Battle of the drums on the first beat. What we do? Let's go, let's go! Who remember that one here? Inside some old school already. I know that's Sunday. But we're not here. We are turn up. We are turn up. Easy to Selector G. Hop Kids is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Sinama, la tuga na luaha, na tumurane tutira.
That's right, people will come for vibes, will come for vibes. Man, and the drums were there.
Chica bonito, masidi niña, ema banade. Eni chica bonate, mas en sutina, ema galasungo.
That's right, that's right. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I know I did. Make sure to look out for the next one. Next month we have Vibes Up. The flyer come out and I know what happened. But you know one in the corner, we call turn up, right? We call turn up anytime we call live, right? Before we go, you know where we are though? right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had fun tonight. Big up everybody that showed up on Facebook, YouTube. Large up PG TV. Yeah, man. Easy to Tyrone. Big up yourself. Happy birthday, Miss Joan Avila, right?
When I hear that drum, I get off of my seat. When I hear that drum, I move up my feet. When I hear that drum,
But before we leave, one last wine, all right? One last wine.
I should have broke into it to hear that drum. Time it was.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had a good night. I know I'm at the party, leave it. Yeah, man. That's right, the first one from the first beat, all right? Brought to you in part by Battle of the Drums and myself, DJ Heights. I'd like to wish you all a very, very good night. And yeah, prosper week. You know, not they got to lazy up on yourself down the job, you know. And tomorrow, not blame me because I was saying I'm going to go sleep later, all right? But all the blessings for this week, and until I see you next time, all right? Big up on yourself. Side time, big up yourself, Mr. Darius. Yo! I'm out.